Hi, and welcome to the SaVeg podcast.
I'm Rose, also known as Cheap Lazy Vegan on YouTube.
And I'm Daniel, one of your favorite guest stars on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel.
We're two friends who love to talk about the latest trending topics.
So get comfortable and join us while we give our SaVeg take on just about everything.
You are currently listening to the previous episode of this podcast, but if you would like to listen to this week's episode and get some exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/thesavagepodcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the SaVeg podcast.
Hey guys, we are coming at you. Yeah, you can.
Hello.
Can you see yourself?
I can now kind of see myself, but it's weird because I can't really see myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fine.
We are coming at you live from Rose's bedroom.
As always.
We have moved from the closet hallway and onto the bed.
We did this last time, though.
No, I know.
So
but somebody
why are you being dramatic?
I'm not being dramatic. Somebody commented and they're like, I like your new little studio.
Oh my God.
Like,
do they love it?
Yeah.
I love this new studio, guys.
It's nice.
Yes.
And
one day I'll get a proper studio.
One
Maybe
day.
after a decade of doing YouTube.
God damn. Then you get a proper studio and everything.
God damn, it'd be 5 years already, Daniel. 5 years
Wow.
since I started YouTube.
That's pretty amazing.
Can you believe it?
I remember I was there since day one.
You was there
Kind of.
since day one.
Well, I remember you didn't want to tell me about it at first. You remember?
I didn't tell anyone about it at first.
Yeah.
And then I think I told people when I started getting an audience.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Because I think you told me, and I could be wrong, you had around maybe like 20,000 subscribers.
Is that when I told you? I think.
Or maybe 20,
maybe.
Or 20 or 30, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the good old days.
In the good old days in London.
Yeah.
You be living in Newcastle.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And then you moved, and then you started becoming a guest on my channel. And people loving you.
Oh, God damn. What's not to love, right, guys?
What's not to love? Daniel's face is very red at the moment.
Yeah. So I biked to Rose's today.
Yes.
Because it's been pretty cold in Calgary, but
Oh
it's
my
just
God,
kind of warmed
it is
up.
winter.
Yeah.
Today is a little bit warmer, but it's still like -1.
It was still cold-ish, but it was warm enough to bike, I feel like.
Well, anyways. So, yeah. So guys, today we have no agenda. Because someone didn't do their research.
God damn, Roses. I'll be a busy man.
You be a busy man? What you be doing?
Working.
What you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I was spending time with my family.
Oh, God damn,
I need to
Daniels.
spend some quality time with my
What'd you do,
parental
Daniels?
units.
You didn't go to the Banff, though.
No, we didn't go to Banff.
So what'd you do? Watch TV with your parents?
No, we just like hung out.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And just chatted and had a coffee on the deck. No, we didn't do that. It was cold. Had a coffee in the living room.
It was like -10 degrees this weekend.
I know, it was so cold.
It was very cold.
And then on Sunday, I drove all over the city to try to find weights.
Oh, you want to buy like
Free
weights
yeah.
for your home gym? You're gonna make a home gym.
I'm making a home gym.
And you couldn't find weights.
No.
Can't you order them online?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna order
like
that
on Amazon or something.
I saw some on Amazon, so that's probably what I'm gonna do now. But it's just like,
oh, you're gonna get a home gym.
Yeah,
Is that how you're gonna stay in shape in the winter?
Exactly, because I
thought we was gonna hibernate.
I don't want to get that winter roll. Feel this, Rose.
Well,
touch
Daniel,
it.
we're not allowed to.
Probably the people that are listening, they're like,
oh my God,
what?
why? Sometimes I wonder, like, let's say somebody just randomly stumbled upon our podcast, like they don't know us at all, and they start listening, like, and we're just like, what you be doing, Daniel?
What you touching? What you doing?
Why do we? I was just thinking about this today. I was like, why do we talk like this?
I don't know. How did it even start?
And it keeps evolving into like more and more weird territory. Yeah. Like now, like guys, the way we talk on podcasts, like the way we talk right now is exactly how we talk in person. Maybe even worse.
I think we're worse in person.
And even the way we text now.
I know, you were like, you be concerning me. Because I was like biking here and I was going slow because of the conditions. And I get all these texts from Rose like, where is you? You be concerning me.
Are we the only ones that find this funny? I don't know why.
Because it is funny. It is.
Is it though? Or is it just us?
It could be just us, but you know what?
We just I don't know why we talk like this, but like it just evolved into like now it's just like we can't have a normal sentence. without
that breaking in.
What you be doing, Daniel?
I don't know, Roses. So
I'm like extra hyper today.
Oh, you are?
I don't know why.
I'll be extra like I'm feeling a bit hot.
And why are you wearing a sweater?
God dang.
We be inside.
It's
It'd be
true,
warm.
but
We got the insulated walls.
That's true. Got them insulated walls. Eh?
Oh my God. Well, can we just talk about Canadian insulation and how great it is?
It's amazing.
Because like when I was living in London, it's not like London is like super cold, but I was always so cold in London because there's like no insulation.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a weird thing because like London, well, at least when I was living there, it never got like so in the negatives. It was like usually around like 2 or whatever. But there, when it's like 2 degrees there, it felt like minus
So
15
cold.
here.
Yeah, it's so cold because
Yeah.
it's like humid. It's humid cold.
Yeah.
So it like goes under your like bones
And
you
gets
know?
into your skin.
Yeah, it totally does. And it, like you have to wear layer after layer after layer, and then even when you go inside because there's like no proper insulation, it's like still cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. But I'm actually like, okay, well, part of me like enjoys the winter, and then part of me is like, oh God.
We're not at winter yet though, technically.
God damn, we isn't?
This is nothing. Daniel, you in for a big surprise.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready because this winter I think it's like worse because when I think about it, I think like what's gonna happen with the
Well, yeah. What are we? Actually, somebody suggested that we talk about what we're gonna do in the winter, or tips on how to not be depressed in the winter.
Oh,
Is that what it
God.
was?
Yeah.
Was that the suggestion?
Yeah.
And I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can even help myself.
Well, what do you do typically in the winter?
I leave this country.
That's true. Okay, but
No, that's not true. What do I do in the winter?
'cause you're definitely not traveling for 8 months of the year, Rose.
God damn, Daniel. You saying that it's winter 8 months of the year in Canada? That'd be true.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April,
Oh my
May.
God. It's not winter until May. Okay, guys. So Canadian winter goes something. No, Canadian seasons go something like this. Technically, we do have 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Technically, we have the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall. And this year we had maybe 2 weeks of fall.
But it was so nice.
It was so
Oh.
beautiful. And then it went straight to winter.
Mhm.
And then it's winter, like it's like on and off winter weather until about, I would say, yeah, March or April.
Yeah.
And then it starts to get a little bit warm.
And then you have spring. And then it's like
And then summer's maybe like 2 months.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 month. Depends.
Damn.
I mean, the last summer was
am-
so nice.
It was amazing. I feel like I'm so happy that I came back when I did because I was like, oh my God, the weather
Yeah.
was like, like I was thinking about it, like just not even almost like maybe a little more than a month, 2 months ago. I was in a pool and it was 34 degrees here.
Oh, God damn it. Now it be snowing outside. And it's going to be minus 30 soon.
I cannot take minus 30. So yeah. So one of the questions that you guys gave us was like tips and tricks to trying to stay positive and not get depressed during these times.
Well, Diana, what do you do? Well, it's been many years since you've experienced
Yeah.
this type of winter.
I've never the thing is I haven't because I haven't lived in Canada for 6 years, so this is gonna be my first winter in a long time. But I think like that what I would do when I lived here before is I really like to be outside, even if it's really cold. Like not like
Yeah.
super. Obviously, when it's like minus 30, you're kind of can't do anything. But during most of the winter's not like that. So I really like to do stuff like I'm gonna get back into it this year actually, but I really enjoyed snowshoeing. So
Like hiking.
yeah.
God damn, should we do it, Daniels?
Goddamn, I'm gonna buy some snowshoes.
God damn. What about skiing? Should we ski?
Um,
I feel like I need to learn. Like, this might be the year, guys. I've been talking about it for years. I'm a little chicken shit, but I feel like maybe this is the year I finally learn how to ski.
so anyone that's planning on going skiing near Calgary, watch out, okay? Because Rose will be on the slopes.
And I am a danger to myself and
Damn.
society.
I mean, I've seen you drive, so
Excuse me.
if that's any indicator, my goodness.
Oh, God.
No, this could be a good time to start. This is what I think is like winter does have a lot of like sports and other things that you can do, like give you opportunities such as skiing, such as snowshoeing.
Well, no, we do because we live near the mountains. Not
Yeah.
everybody has let's say nobody has the access to mountains.
Then they can go cross country skiing.
Yeah, but like, what if there's like what if they live in like London or like not even like, what if they don't live in nature? Like we live near nature. So you're thinking about our perspective.
That's true, yeah.
So you need to think about everyone else, Daniel.
Okay.
Stop thinking about yourself.
So, well, if you don't live in nature, you can put your snowshoes on in the city and go for a little walk.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Well, most cities have parks. You could go
Would you put on some snowshoes and go walking in the park, Daniel?
in Nose Hill. Why not?
God damn. Well, Nose Hill is like pretty much nature.
That's
it's
true.
very nature.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's one thing. Like, I mean, I just think try to like get involved in activities where you can. I don't know, like.
I don't know. Well, I have a little sun lamp. That's supposed to help. So,
Is
not sun lamp. What is it? A sun clock. So in the morning, because it gets very dark here very early, and then it gets dark. It's dark for, how do I say, like this, there's no sun for long time.
Yeah.
I can't
Oh
talk.
my God. You can't
No
talk.
sun.
No sun. Long
Long
time. Oh my God.
Oh my God. How do I have a podcast?
I don't know. So basically you're
So
saying.
the days are shorter.
Yeah.
And basically in the winter time, it will get, sorry, my bed is squeaky.
I know, it's like something's.
Something's squeaking.
God damn. This would not be a quiet bed for extracurricular activities.
Daniel, this be a PG podcast.
Oh, that's right. PG.
We ain't talking about dad, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That be for the Patreon. Oh my God, what have we even talked about so far? Anyways, so yeah, so because the days are shorter, that's part of why I think people feel kind of depressed in the winter.
Yeah.
Because it's like dark. So for example, here it would get dark at maybe like 4 p.m. if it's like in the winter.
Yeah.
And then it would be, when does the sun rise? Like 9?
Like around 8:39. Yeah.
So if you go to the office, actually, it's really depressing. I remember when I used to work in an office, I would go into the office and it's dark. And then by the time I leave, it's dark.
Yeah.
So you don't really see much sunlight. So yeah, you're right. Like at least trying to get outside and seeing a little sunlight.
Yeah. And even if you are like, okay, let's say you're in the city and you're like in the office or whatever, as long as it's not too cold, I would say like try to get those. And I think actually just for your own like mental health as well, but try to get those breaks where you like go outside for like a little walk or something. Like, so one of the things that I've been doing, because I work from home, is trying to make sure at my lunch breaks, I at least get out of the house. Because I think if you're in the house 24/7, you can actually start to go a bit stir crazy. And I think that's kind of happened to me a little bit.
God damn, but it'd be COVID.
I know, but
what about the vid?
I mean, going for a walk.
Okay, God.
In the fresh airs. I need to get my water as well. Give me a second. But yeah, I think just like getting outside as much as you can.
You want to be a little closer to the mic there, Daniel?
Getting outside as much as you can.
I don't want them complaining that my voice be too loud.
Well, maybe if you just softened your tone a little bit, Rose.
Well, maybe if you don't break my table.
Oh,
So did Angela say like my roommate, I think the other day, was like, you guys argue like a married couple.
Oh God. One of the best of the, what am I trying to say? One of the best times that you've ever caught this on tape was when we filmed the video at my place in London. Do you remember this?
I don't know which example you're saying.
And we made that curry.
And we're like dying. And I was like basically abusing you.
Yeah. Well, no. What happened was I was like,
okay, so we did a video. And Daniel, when I lived in London, his only dish that he ever made was his curry, which was very delicious. But that was like his signature dish, and it still is to this day. But it's a different type of curry now.
And it'd still be delicious.
It'd still be delicious. But anyways, so you're done making noise.
Yes. Continue, please.
This is why we can never be professional podcasters, okay? Anyways. So when I went to visit London, like this was like a few years ago, maybe 2018 or something.
I think so, somewhere around there.
I had gone back to London to visit, and Daniel, why don't you just leave it open so that you don't disturb our audience with your noise.
Jangle?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. But please don't knock over my table. Okay. Thank you.
God damn. Okay, anyway, continue please, Rose.
So, what was I saying? I was very distracted by Daniel's
You were saying that
noise.
you had come to visit in like 2018.
Yes.
And
so I wanted to make a video of the curry recipe, and I wanted Daniel to show me. So we started filming, but also we were very hyper.
Well, yeah, and basically I was trying to film this. Well, Rose was trying to film me, and we were filming me making this curry the way that I make it, right? So it's like, oh, you do it like this. And I'm trying to like be excited for Rose's channel, and then Rose was like, well, no, Daniel, like I think you should do this, and I was like, well,
okay, no, you make it sound like I was so mean.
And she was like, no, Daniel, I think you should put this in like this. No, this is how I do it, Rose. But no, it will be faster if you do this. Trust me, it will be. No. And like literally.
I just questioned every step of the way.
Exactly. Like every single time I was like, oh, I'm going to put the spices in here. Are you sure you want to put it in here? I wouldn't do that then. I would put it back then. it would be faster if you just throw everything in like this. And I was like, oh my. And then there was like a debate in the comment section.
Yeah.
Because like I cooked all the veggies and the spices at the beginning together and then added the lentils and everything after.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so many people, like some people were like, oh, you just throw everything in. And then other people were like, no, we agree with Daniel. Like you cook the
like
veggies.
layering the. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because then the veggies kind of soak up the spice. And I don't know, it adds something more to it, you know? God damn. At one point I almost stopped cooking.
I was just, okay. In my recollection, I was making suggestions and I was like, well, why do you do it like this, Daniel?
Have you seen the video?
I edited the video, okay? I was like, why don't you do it like this? I don't understand why you do it.
Anyway, and that's why I'm no longer on her channel.
And you didn't have answers. I was like, why do you do it like that? And you're like, oh, I don't really know. This is just how I do it. Daniel, I need a rationale for every step of the way. Otherwise, why not just do it faster?
God damn, because not all of us are in this kind of crazy rush, Rose.
Oh, God damn,
Sometimes
Daniel. Well, sometimes life be precious. You be wasting all that time making curry. Think about how many hours a day you spend that you wasted in your lifetime making curry.
Gosh, if I think of all the time that I wasted making curry, I could have accomplished so much with my life.
Yes, exactly.
God damn.
You know? And this is why I be doing so much, because everything for me is a rush.
God damn. You be rushing.
Mm-hmm. That's why I got people ask me, how do you have a podcast, a cafe, and a YouTube channel? I'm like, I just do everything fast.
You just like go.
Go.
I can't be like that.
God, well, I know you can't.
Well, I kind of is. I got stuff going on in my own life
Daniel,
as well.
I don't know. You'd be a mess and a half. Every time I talk to Daniel, it's like, oh, my life's just a mess at the moment. Every single time.
Because I've had a lot of situations happen. And
so how's the taxes going?
Oh, God. I don't want to talk about my taxes.
God, I know the pain of doing taxes. I remember I used it's so complicated, especially when you lived abroad.
Yeah.
My God.
The thing that's annoying in Canada, which I just don't understand about tax, is like you file your taxes. And this is like before when I was living in Canada. You'd file your taxes. And then you get a letter back from the government being like, oh, actually, you filed it wrong. You owe us this much money, or we owe you this much money. And I'm like, well, if you're doing it anyway, why am I filing it? Like you're fact checking my filing.
Right.
And telling me.
They don't audit it though, right? They're just kind of checking.
They kind of check. Yeah, they just double check the numbers.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
don't really understand.
But I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and the thing that's really frustrating as well is like all of the information that you need to do your taxes, the government has. So like, for example, like they know how much, RSP contribution room, all this stuff. They have that information. Like, so sometimes you might not even have it. You have to call them to find out this stuff. And I'm like, why am I calling you when you have all of this information? Yeah. Why is it just
not? And then I have to submit that information when you have the information.
Exactly. And then you correct it anyway.
Oh my God.
And then send it back to me. I'm like, it just makes no sense. So
I remember in the UK, the government did it, right?
Yeah, in the UK, the government does it for you.
Yeah, so you don't have to file your own taxes, which is crazy. Yeah. Because here, or maybe that's how it should be, because it's 2020. What the fuck? Everything should be automated. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know about you, but I did not learn how to do taxes at school.
Oh my God, this is another thing. Why do they not teach you this in school?
God. The things they teach in high school and stuff, literally, I don't think people use 90% of the things that we learn.
Exactly. One of the biggest things that they should have in high school, so if there are some teachers listening or something and you want to submit this to the Board of Education.
Oh God.
One of the key things is there should be a life skills course or something where they teach you about tax-free savings accounts, mortgages, savings, budgeting, doing taxes, rentals,
buying a house,
all of this stuff, which is stuff that you eventually opening up a bank account if some people don't have bank accounts, doing basic level investments. Why is there not a course for this?
I don't know, Daniel.
It's crazy.
Should we be teachers? I feel like this be an opportunity for some people, some educators.
Some educators. Should we get together and start an education course?
I think we could start an education business. We should teach people about the life skills.
Also, another thing insurance, finding insurance for house insurance, all of this stuff.
I know.
This is stuff that no matter what career profession that you get into, this is stuff that you generally have to deal with.
I know.
And it is complicated and it does get difficult. And it's if it's your first time shopping around for even a telephone bill or anything, it's we've never been taught this stuff. And it's why?
I know. And then instead we learn algebra. Mm-hmm. I mean, algebra might be a little bit.
I think that's still important.
A little, but calculus, excuse me. Why do we need to learn calculus?
Calculus was optional, Rose.
Excuse me, it was not optional. Oh no, this is what happened. Oh my God, guys. Let me tell you my high school story.
Oh God damn.
So when I was in high school, believe it or not, I was a little bit smart. Okay.
I don't believe it, but okay.
So one thing I was good at, although I never enjoyed, was math.
Okay.
Okay. I was the Asian stereotype of being good at math. And so in grade 11 and 10 and 11, I did just regular math.
Yeah.
And then I remember they had something called math AP. So AP classes, do you know what AP classes are? Did you guys have?
I think it's something similar.
So it's like, I think it stands for advanced placement. So if you're like really smart, you're like one of the smart kids, then you take AP classes in like different subjects.
Yeah.
So I remember, and I had not taken any other AP classes. I didn't like even try to take AP classes. But yeah, after grade 11, my grade 11 math teacher was like, oh, you should take math AP in grade 12. So she made me do, I mean, she didn't make me do, but she like suggested I do math AP. I don't know why. I'm sure maybe it was a benefit to some sort.
Yeah.
So I went into math AP, but in order to take math AP, you also have to take calculus. So to me, that was actually not an option. Okay. So I actually had to do it at the same time. But the funny thing is, I hated calculus, and I ended up like dropping out of I can't remember what happened, but I remember doing really well in the math AP class, but then I dropped out of the calculus, and then I like retook the calculus later on because I hated my teacher. Anyways, it's a very, very boring story. But I remember going to the AP class, and all the kids already knew each other because they were all AP kids from like grade 10, and they were like, they had their own little clique, and
they were like, who's this girl coming in here?
Who's this dumbass bitch that's coming in here in our smart intellectual group,
in our AP group? What are you doing in our AP group?
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, I don't think I belong here.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that was math AP for you.
Very nice. I do. I also took calculus.
Oh, did you? You took it as an option.
Yeah.
You're such a nerd.
I am.
Daniel is a huge nerd, guys.
I am. I actually in grade 10 got a Math Star award, and they printed my picture and they put it in the hallway.
Oh my, you're such a nerd. Do you think it's still in that hallway, Daniel?
No. They like replaced it every semester or something, and I just remember I was like, I got the Math Star award in grade 10, and I was just like, oh my God. But yeah, I did do calculus, and actually I didn't like calculus in high school either. I found it
so
very
bad.
challenging, but when I went to university, it was a mandatory course that I had to take when I was because originally I was in bioscience, so I had to take calculus, and literally the calculus course at U of C was like identical to the calculus course that I had taken in high school, like very, very similar. Of course, there's a few things that were extra, but because I'd already taken it, it was like a much easier for me. So like the course, because a lot of people were like taking calculus for the first time, struggling.
Right. Yeah,
and I was like,
hard.
Yeah, it is
calculus,
hard.
Like, is not easy. So yeah,
damn.
Calculus, it's not easy,
and
it's so useless. Like when have you ever used it in your life?
Well, for us it is, but like for other people in certain professions, they probably
certain professions.
Yeah,
like for example, if I never want to be a basketball player, that means I never have to be good or learn basketball. So why do I have to learn calculus in high school? How many people, like truthfully, do you think in high school use the calculus thing in their profession?
I don't know.
How many people, Daniel?
This is
what I'm saying. And how many people will eventually buy a house or do their taxes?
Yeah.
Every single person.
Yeah, hopefully every single person.
I mean, do their taxes? Yes, pretty much every single person.
That's honestly though, that is something that's ridiculous. I remember we took this. There was one course we had to take. I don't know if you guys took it in your high school. You probably did. Called COM. It was like Career and Life Management.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
And it was like mandatory. We took it in grade 11, but I'm not kidding you. This course was a joke. Like,
why? What did you learn?
I remember we watched, like, one of the things that we did was we watched The Breakfast Club. And then we had to write.
That was part of the curriculum?
To be fair, the teacher that I had was
just like
off the wall. Like, I took early morning comm, so it was like right before.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching The Breakfast Club.
I mean, no, that part was fine. But I mean, like looking back on that course, exactly.
Right.
We watched The Breakfast Club and wrote which character we were most like or something. I can't remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the teacher, like, because it was early morning, so it was like it started before all of our other classes. So we started like half an hour, 40 minutes before regular school. And the teacher was always late. She's like this mad woman that was like always late for the class. Everyone would be sitting in there. Sometimes she would like show up 10 minutes before we're supposed to start classes. What? And I'd be like, what the
How are you a teacher?
I know, honestly, it surprises me. It
Oh my gosh,
shocked
seriously.
me.
Sometimes, like, I would be scared to send my children to school because I'm like, what kind of lunatic is teaching my kids?
Yeah. But I think it's just like, it is crazy because even with like mortgages and stuff, so I didn't learn about like the mortgages and the way that they work and the whole idea of like how you, like at the beginning, you're paying like mostly, interest, and as you pay the main part of the principal down, it gets smaller and smaller until the end you're paying mostly principal. But I took a finance course at U of C.
Yeah.
And I think, did you take it as well?
I took like the first one.
Yeah, the first one. And
I
in
did.
that course, there's a whole section about mortgages.
Oh, right. And I don't remember anything
Yeah.
because even though, again, I did well, I do well in classes I have no interest in. I don't know why.
Well, I'm also very good at those.
Yeah.
those
But you're kind of interested in the finance stuff.
kind of, yeah.
Like finance, like 317 was the class,
Yeah,
was it?
317,
Like,
yeah.
went right through me. Don't remember anything.
I remember too, I was like taking that course, right? And everyone's like, oh, this finance course is so hard. Like,
Yes!
you should pre-do all this stuff before. And I literally had booked an all-inclusive to Cuba at like right before class started. And I ended up the all-inclusive like kind of went into the first couple days of the semester.
Yes.
So I showed up like late. And while I was at my all-inclusive, I actually brought my finance textbook just
And
in
you
case.
didn't look at it
I didn't look at it
did
at all.
you?
And then I got to class and I was like, fuck, I'm going to be so fucked. Everyone's like, this course is like impossible.
I
And
don't
then
understand.
I don't get it. And then I was like,
Or are we just so smart? We're like, guys, we're so smart that like that like we went on an all-inclusive before this class and yet we still aced it.
I know. But the thing is, I just didn't get it. But the thing is to be fair, everyone like learns differently.
Yes.
And some people like, I had friends of mine that were like, they would work so hard, like honestly working so hard at these courses, like studying, doing all of the readings. I would do like half the effort that they did sometimes.
Yeah.
And like they would struggle a lot more than I did, which
Yeah.
I felt kind of bad about that. Like obviously, yeah, I don't know. It's
Well, not everyone's a genius like you,
damn,
Daniels.
not to burst my own bubble. Soon
What is a burst? No, that's not a saying, is
not
it?
to blow
Blow your own horn.
Yeah, blow my own horn.
Yes.
Not to blow my own horn.
Mm-hmm.
Soon my
Not
head's
to pat myself in the back.
soon my head's gonna be so big I won't be able to fit through that door, Rose. I'll be staying the night.
I mean, I remember one class I was not good at. What was it? I remember it was like
Gym?
physics. Oh yeah, gym for sure. Anything that requires physical movement. Gym, but also I did not like physics. I remember I wasn't very
I
good
loved
at it.
physics.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
I am, yeah. I'm not kidding you. I took physics for my first year of university, physics 2 something and 2 something else. And I loved it. I'm such a loser. Honestly, I'm such a loser. So why did you hate physics?
I don't know. I just like didn't like. I don't know why. I just like didn't like it. I remember just not being interested in it. I just didn't like science overall.
Yeah.
I didn't really like learning like chemistry. I hated.
I didn't like chemistry.
Yeah, I mean biology was probably the best out of all of them because it
Yeah.
was a little bit more interesting. But like chemistry, I was just like, oh my god, I have no interest in like molecules and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I don't know.
The reason I liked the physics so much though is because it was like the conceptual part of it. It was like
Yeah.
math with a concept. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's what I really loved about it. It was like, for example, like I can't remember the
Like
formulas now.
velocity and
Yeah, it would be like, oh, you have this ball and you throw it up into the sky.
right.
If you have a certain number of factors, you can like know how high it went.
Right.
Without actually, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that always, I loved like, it's almost like you're putting together a puzzle. I don't know. It was
I
like,
know, I know what you mean. It's
Yeah.
kind of maybe it's like a little bit like algebra. You like fit things in.
oh yeah, you fit things in. God damn.
You know all about fitting things in, don't you, Daniel?
This is a PG. This is a PG-13 podcast, Rose.
Excuse me. You be starting these inappropriate comments.
Damn.
Anyway.
We're taking. It's like we've gone from winter to taking a trip down high school memory lane.
Yeah. Oh my god. I remember like honestly, I don't know how much of high school you remember. Like, how much of high school do you think you remember? Like, was it a significant part of your life? Do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think every stage of your life has its significance.
Oh, it's
But
so
I-
deep, Daniel. You'd be a
Oh
philosopher.
god damn! I should be a philosophy professor. But I think we've talked about this before as well. A lot of people like you see in movies and you see in like in media and stuff, they really big up the high school experience.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, like it's the best time of your life. Like you're never gonna have a time like this again. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And like looking back, parts of it that I miss about being not just in high school but in elementary, junior high, is looking back at that time of my life, how carefree. Like literally you had no issues. Like all you had to worry about was your classes at school, which weren't even that bad. And like You know, you didn't have any
But in
like.
high school, I was such an emotional child.
Were
Were
you?
you not?
Yeah, of course. But
I was like, you know, your hormones are everywhere and you think you're so depressed. Like I was like, oh my God, my life is so bad. Oh my God, I hate my life.
imagine what it would be
Boys
like
don't
now
like
with
me.
social media, though.
Right? I know.
Like, imagine you go to a party and you do something really stupid. Someone gets it on video, and then they just like.
oh my gosh, seriously. It's so bad.
It goes everywhere.
That's the worst.
I know. I've heard of some like really horrible things. Did I tell you about that thing that it happened in the States? It's like really sad. It happened quite a few years ago, where this like college guy was like roommates with this other college guy. They were like friends.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
I know. Is it about the gay guy?
Yeah.
Okay, tell the story.
And so basically, I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but his friend, for whatever reason, they were like bros, like, you know, buddies
Okay.
or whatever. And he thought it would be funny to set up a camera in this guy's room to like video him
Oh my
like
God.
hooking up with some girl and like making like joking with him about it afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he put the camera in his room, and I think he might have like live streamed it or something.
That is so bad.
I know. So basically he, I guess, live streamed it, or I don't know exactly the whole, maybe he didn't live stream
I
it. but
thought he
something.
knew he was gay though.
No, I don't
Okay,
think he
so
knew.
tell the story.
And I think that was part, maybe he did. No, I don't think he did for, you know, anyway. And yeah, his roommate came home with a guy, hadn't come out, obviously,
Yeah.
to everyone, and ended up seeing the video, and other people saw the video, and he killed himself.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
But like, who does that?
I know.
What kind of psycho does that? I'm sorry.
I know. It's
Like, even if it's a joke, it's like you don't live stream somebody's bedroom. Like, that is insane.
I know. That's like that is such
That is
crazy.
literally like, isn't that illegal? Like, that is for sure illegal.
Oh, I'm sure that there's charges pressed, and he's in like
Right.
huge trouble for it. Like, because that's the thing. That's like crossing a line. Like, I don't care who, like, how buddy you are. Like, I just don't understand people that would think that that's like funny.
Oh my God, I honestly, like, I will never understand that.
Like, I don't know about you, but
That is
also
the worst violation.
I know, and I don't know about you, but like, I don't want to see my friends having sex.
It's-
To be
that's the thing,
honest,
it's like, why is this even?
Like, I could not think of something more awkward.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, than like setting up a camera in one of my friends' rooms.
That's
And-
so-
oh god.
Oh my God. Like, I'm pretty sure that is like a criminal activity.
Yeah. Oh god. And also, I would just cringe so much if like my friends saw me having sex. I'd be like, like no.
Oh
Like,
God, it's not allowed, guys. These are private things that
That's-
people need to do.
That's what happens in your bedroom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I say I think it's so funny how like in your bedroom now you have this like setup with like the lights and the camera. I always like joke, but one of my funniest like one of the funniest things that happened to you, Rose. Do you remember?
What are you gonna say, Daniel?
It's nothing. It's not sexual or anything like that. But it was when you were filming a mukbang
And
at your house.
was this in my old apartment?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I have it on camera somewhere.
Yeah.
Like on video.
So like Rose is like filming a mukbang. So she's sitting in her living room on a table, like with a table with a mukbang, like big lights shining on her, a camera, right? And
I
just
have like noodles all over the place.
yeah, eating, doing all this stuff, right? And she hears all these bangs. She's like, "Oh my god, I feel like someone's gonna break into my apartment," like joking around, like because it was so loud. And then all of a sudden, the door opens behind her, and she's like, "Oh."
And for those of you that don't know, mukbang is an eating show. So I was eating in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And then like these guys, I guess they needed to fix something. And maybe, they did maybe send us a notice, but I like forgot.
Yeah.
And then they just like, usually they'll knock a few times. And then if they think you're not home, they'll just come in. So I didn't hear, like I heard, but I didn't think it was anything.
Yeah, because you weren't expecting anyone. You're like, "Oh, there
Yes.
sounds like someone's trying to break into my flat." And then they open
Little did I know.
Yeah. And it's all on video. That's the funniest part. But I always think to myself, like, I wonder. Are you okay, Rose?
Yes, but don't hurt.
I wonder.
What's with their throats today?
I don't know.
Go.
Is it the vid?
Goddamn, Daniel, don't be saying that. You Jensen.
Jensen.
Why can't I talk?
No, I'm not Jensen. I'm Daniel. But I always think to myself, I'm like, I wonder like what was going through those guys' heads when they like
Oh
saw
my
you,
God.
like this little Asian girl, like in front of the camera eating noodles. Like,
Probably like, oh my God, is she like a cam girl or something?
is she some kind of like fetish girl that's like
Oh
eating
my
noodles
God.
for people?
Oh my God, seriously. You just don't know what people do for a living.
It's so true. You never
well,
know.
sometimes when I tell people what I do, I don't tell them right away like what I do. So I'll be like, yeah, I work online. I make videos online. And then they're like, oh God, what have I gotten myself into? Like I'll be on a date or something. I'm like, yeah, I make videos online.
Oh my God, Rose, that's so...
And I've had multiple people being like, are you a cam girl?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God. But I mean, the thing is, if I didn't know you, like, I don't really like. I'm out of touch with like the YouTube world.
Well, you're completely out of touch. Which
So
God damn, man, you gotta get.
Are you gonna be okay, Rose? God damn.
Oh my God. Guys, I swear I have not had any alcohol today.
No,
Specifically today.
Shall we have some later? No.
God damn, I always be craving alcohol.
Because you an alcoholic.
This is like this weather is reminding me of when the first quarantine situation started. Because that's how like it was like kind of around this weather.
Oh God damn.
So
do you think we're gonna head for another lockdown because the cases are going up so fast?
Is it really in Canada?
Yeah, like so.
Like in Alberta or just Canada?
No,
Canada's like
Alberta
bad.
as well. Apparently today there was like 500 new cases in Alberta.
How is it possible that it's so much worse now?
I don't get it. Like this is okay. I'm gonna throw this out to everyone as well, like our listeners and stuff. Is like what I don't understand is I obviously don't understand enough about this virus, but like. Majority of people I see around and stuff, and I would think that obviously you have the anti-maskers and all this other stuff, but like majority of people, like I would say like probably 90% of people are being pretty precautious, like wearing masks, not having big gatherings, this kind of stuff. So I'm like, how the hell are we still getting more cases?
I don't know.
I just don't understand because like if you're wearing a mask and sanitizing your hands, like I just don't see how you could get the virus.
You say this now, Daniel. What if you get it?
Well, if I get it, it's from you.
Oh, God damn. Well, you just don't. I mean, you could get. I mean, there has been lots of gatherings. If you think.
Yeah,
about it.
That's true.
Like for example, there were weddings in the summer, and I think a lot of like breakouts happened in weddings.
Yeah.
And like even in restaurants and stuff, I feel like there's like circulating air.
Yeah.
So even though people are sitting, far away from each other, you're not wearing a mask when you eat, and then it like circulates.
That's
I don't
true.
know. I don't really know.
Yeah, they did a thing where they were like, they showed this like, I can't remember where I saw this. It was like a picture of a restaurant. There was like 4 tables and the air circulation was blowing from top to bottom.
Right.
And one person at table 1 up here had COVID.
Right.
But nobody else on this side of the restaurant got it. Only the people at the table below
God.
because of the wind circulation.
Right.
So it's like depends on, I guess, so many different factors.
Do you think there's going to be another lockdown?
No. I just feel like the way the numbers are going, there might be.
There's going to be more restrictions.
Yeah, they're going to probably increase restrictions again.
But I can't see them completely locking down again just because I'm like, I mean, unless they might have to, but like.
Yeah. Well, they did say too, also another positive thing I heard on the news today is that they're making breakthroughs with like vaccines. So they're saying there could be one ready as early as spring.
Would you take it? Would you be the first one to take it?
Oh, I wouldn't take a vaccine.
You wouldn't take a Are you anti-vax?
I'm anti-vax. No, I'm actually, I don't know. Like I might take it, but I'm not sure.
Why? Why are you not sure?
Because I just don't know what.
Okay, like you wouldn't take it the first round.
Yeah, I don't know if I take it. I would take it eventually. Like I think I would just like wait a little bit because, I think I would want to see what happens.
Yeah. Oh God.
And I think anyway,
you just don't know.
Exactly. I think anyway for vaccines, they're going to prioritize. So it's going to be people that are of higher vulnerability. So like definitely like older people will be the first to get the vaccines.
Yeah.
And then probably like
first responders and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Medics, all the people at the hospital.
Daniel, we've been talking about this vid for like a year almost. What is happening?
It's started since March, so it's crazy.
I mean, technically it started beginning of the year.
Yeah, well,
but it started for us more like in like March.
Technically, it started in like back in November last
year.
Oh
goddamn! In Asia, it'd be spreading in Asia first.
And what be the root cause of all of this goddamn COVID?
Animal agriculture.
Goddamn.
And capitalism.
Oh God.
Oh God, it's bad.
Yeah. Oh.
Even when I watch movies now or like TV shows and I see people like, like hugging or, being in crowds, I'm like, damn, it's like a different world.
Do you miss that, Roses?
Well, it's just, I don't know how to, like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the scary part is that we just don't know when this might be over.
That's the thing. And I feel like feel awkward sometimes in how to act in situations as well.
Yeah, I feel like no one knows.
I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if I should be like doing, what should I do? Like, I don't know. I just feel like weird. And I do want it just to be over. Like I miss like being out with people and not having to worry about this stuff and like going over to people's houses and having dinner parties and, because none of that stuff we've been able to really do. So,
I mean, to be fair, we have been socializing.
Yeah.
You're being dramatic.
Well, I have socialized, but like, You know what I mean? Like a lot of my friends wanted to have like house parties and stuff over the summer and nobody could do that.
Boo-hoo. We should not be complaining.
No, I know. But I'm just saying like we're social
these are little
beings.
things. Yes, for sure.
Like we're both thankful because I mean, in many ways we're like so lucky that we're not like financially strapped during this time.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of people obviously that's been impacted financially. So
that's the scary part.
Yeah.
It's like we've like the situation here has been not as bad. So I feel like our like lockdown or whatever wasn't like it's not as bad as other places still.
Yeah.
So like when we opened up in the summer, like it was pretty like there were still restrictions, but it was pretty much opened up.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, it might change again because it's like cold. I think that's what it is.
I'm not ready.
I don't know.
You ready?
God, I'm not ready.
I know. I just
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyways, happy note. Anything happy to say?
That'd be the vid. But I think it's important to try to stay positive if you can. Mm-hmm. And one of the things, I know we talked about this in another episode as well, but like if it does get to that point of another lockdown, make sure you schedule like so many Skype calls and stuff with friends. Oh God, yeah. That like got me through.
Oh my God, I know. That was like, and that actually went by relatively quickly. Mm-hmm. This whole year just went by quickly, I think. But yeah, the Skype calls. Oh, we did Skype calls for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we did.
Drinking wine.
I got really drunk a few times. I was like, oh my God, I need to like.
I know.
My roommate's like, you like drank so much the other night. I was like, I know, it was bad because I just like did back-to-back Skype calls drinking.
God. You drank a lot during that time, but also so did I.
Yeah.
And usually, like, I don't really drink at home. Mm-hmm. Like, usually, like, I drink at home, but, like, with people. So, like, I'll have, like, my roommate here or whatever. But, like, during the vid.
During the goddamn vid.
Mm-hmm, I started drinking a little bit by myself even. God damn, I had problems.
God damn. I'm also a social drinker, though. I'm, like, the exact same as you in the sense that, like, if I'm at home, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but, yeah, if I'm at home, like, if I made myself a meal, I wouldn't typically ever have a glass of wine with it.
Yeah, I don't do that.
It would be, like, I would do it if there was friends there and we're having like a bottle of wine together or a bottle of wine each. Then I would do it. But yeah. Oh God.
Do we have issues? Do we feed each other's alcoholism?
Yes.
Oh God.
No, I think we've gotten a lot better compared to like our younger years. Oh my God.
Well, we can't compare to when we were like 18.
That's true. Yeah.
That would just be sad.
I'm still pretty bad though. Like
you are still. We are both still pretty bad.
God dang.
Well, Daniel was a wild child in Spain before the lockdown.
I was, but that's because like when you're in Spain, it's like a different culture, and it's like I don't know. There's just like so much fun. And
what about London? You do the same.
It'd be a different culture. It was so much fun. And like the thing that was crazy in Spain. Actually, I was just talking to my friend about this the other day. We were just chatting, and she came to visit me when I was there. And we're both like older, and we went out for a night out, and we ended up staying out until like 5 a.m.
Oh my God, I don't know how.
But this is the thing. Both of us were like, and I did it like not all the time, but like pretty often in Spain. I would stay out to that time. But it was like I was in some kind of vortex because typically here, like, look, we were out till 10 the other night and we were exhausted.
Oh my God,
right?
seriously, I can't.
But there, I don't know what it was, but it was like I would go out and I would stay out till like 5, and that's when I would start to get tired.
I feel like maybe it's because Spain, everything starts like late.
Yeah, that's
exactly
what it is.
That is like the culture there. So you probably got used to it because I remember, like they eat dinner at like 10 or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what in God's name? I remember like the first time I went to Spain, I was like walking around Barcelona or something, and there was like a restaurant and there was like a sign outside the restaurant, and it was like brunch 12 to 5 p.m. I was like, is this when you eat brunch 5 p.m.?
It's so funny. Some parts of Spain are super strict about it too.
What do you mean?
Like where I was staying, because it was a small town, a small city, at certain times of the day, it was actually frustrating. Like between like, I think it was like 5:30 and 8. Like if you wanted to have an early dinner, there's like nowhere open.
Yeah.
Like there's been times where I finished working at school, had a siesta, woke up, and then I was like to one of my friends, like, oh, I'm so hungry. And it was like 6 o'clock and literally everywhere was closed.
Oh my God. And they open at what, like 8?
8:30, some of them.
I would die.
So we're just like, oh, well, I guess we have to wait until 8:30 before we can. And then also some of the grocery stores.
They close.
Yeah, they were closed.
Oh my God.
During that time. Or they would be closed. A lot of them were closed on Sundays. Like Sundays, it was like impossible to get groceries. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I remember Italy was like that too. Where like, it would just, even banks, like businesses that otherwise in like North America would not be closed.
Yeah.
It would just close in the middle of the day. And it was like maybe between like 3 to 5 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
And then you just couldn't do anything during that time. And I'm like, I don't understand how this works.
I know. It's like that, like literally those few hours.
Yeah.
Especially like around that time, like you just can't do anything. Like even the big grocery stores would close.
Oh, that's crazy to me.
Like there was very few things that you could find that would be open like during that time. The only places would maybe be like a convenience store.
Oh, god damn.
And even that, it was like some of those were closed. I was just like, you basically have to take a siesta or do something because like, you know, there's no point. God damn. But I do miss it. I was like thinking about the other day.
I miss Europe.
I know. Because like, I loved it in Spain. It was so nice. I kind of wish like, obviously no regrets. I enjoyed living in London, but I kind of wish that I moved to Spain a little bit sooner and spent a little bit more time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can go back next year.
God damn. No, I'll be working here now, Rose.
God damn.
Be settling in Calgary.
How do you feel about that?
You will miss me too much if I leave.
I will.
No, I feel good about being back. Like I feel other than this whole like COVID situation, like it's been
which is all over the world.
Yeah, which is exactly wherever you are. Like even my friends that are still teaching in Spain, for example, in Madrid, they're like, they're
teaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have like curfew and stuff now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they're not supposed to be out.
What?
I think what did they say to me in my message?
They have curfew
between like 12 and
like so they can't be out. What?
Like everything's closed. I'll tell you, use the curfews.
See, this is crazy because like North Americans are what is the rule?
12 to 6 a.m. is curfew.
Oh, so they can't go out.
Yeah,
at night,
and they can't have parties and stuff. Obviously, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know what's insane? It's like in Europe. I wonder if people are protesting about that because like North Americans, are we just spoiled kids? It's like people are like the whole anti-mask thing that started, I'm pretty sure, in North America. And it's like people are yelling freedom and talking about all that stuff and anti-mask and freaking out, saying that their freedoms are, you know, taken away.
Yeah.
And yet we don't have curfews. Like I don't think there's no curfew. There's no, like the only thing is that you have to wear a mask.
Yeah. Imagine what would happen if like, cause I was in Spain, so I know firsthand what this was like, but imagine if they did impose the same restrictions in the US as they did in Spain.
I mean, I feel like there'd be riots. Like there was riots.
Because literally in Spain, they locked the entire country down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were not allowed to leave your apartment, not even to go for a walk, not even to do anything. Like the only thing that you could do is get groceries, obviously, because it's essential.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's like the attitudes are so different.
Yeah.
Because just by people saying you need to wear a mask, there's like protests and people going crazy, like all that stuff. And yet in Spain, they have like literal curfews and you can't leave the house, you can't leave the apartment.
Exactly.
You get like stopped by police when you're like going to the grocery store.
It's crazy. It's just like, it's like... It makes me like this whole pandemic has made me kind of lose faith in humanity. I know that sounds really bad, but like in the previous episode that we just talked about was the David Attenborough's
oh God,
A Life on This Planet. And one of the things is like there was like a silver lining, like there's hope for the future, you know, if we can just band together as a world and, you know, like combat some of this stuff. And I'm like, well, look at the pandemic. Like this is a global issue that we've all faced and look at how we're struggling.
Oh my God, I know.
So God damn.
So basically there's no hope.
No. I want there to be hope.
Well,
Rose.
I mean, I think the hope starts when we all leave. It's like Chernobyl, you know. The greenery started happening after the human left.
Well, it's funny because in that documentary he does say, you know, life is going to continue on whether we're here or not.
Oh God, it's true though, isn't it? And species get wiped out
100%
all the time. I mean, maybe not all the time, but many times in history.
Well,
right?
Especially, you know, all it takes is a pandemic.
Oh God. Damn.
Some kind of weird virus that
like how many people died in like the Black Plague? Tons of people died.
Yeah.
Spanish flu, tons of people died.
So all it takes is just one pandemic, and one crazy pandemic can wipe us out as a nation.
I always wonder, you know, obviously we live in the tiny little speck of this universe, but I always wonder how many planets are there like us where they're like destroying it.
I always
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you ever have that thought?
I have this. I kind of like this whole idea and notion. It like trips me out because basically I watched this thing on YouTube.
Oh God, is it the video you showed me?
I think so. Yeah.
You freaked me out so bad.
It's like you guys should watch this. So basically, it's like this video that shows our solar system and like kind of what we know about it and stuff. And it takes first the view of our Earth, right? Then it zooms out and shows our solar system. And our solar system. Then it zooms out and shows us in like our universe of the Milky Way or whatever it is. Then it zooms out and shows our universe within another cluster of universes. And then it zooms out again and it keeps going till like literally like you would never be able to even know where Earth was.
Yeah.
So like that, the reason it trips me out or like makes me feel kind of like, oh my God, it's like there's just so much infinite space out there. And like, it is, you know, they're always like talk about like, oh, they're, you know, extraterrestrial life and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, like, maybe I'm a bit crazy. Like, I don't think I'm crazy, but like, if there's that much infinite space and planets out there, there's other life.
100%.
Yeah.
100% there's other life.
Who knows? Like, cause we don't even know how big the galaxy is. And it just like gives me chills.
I know. Like I remember this exact moment. We were in Croatia. I don't know why we watched this random video.
Yeah.
When I think we were trying to go to this like club and it was closed. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember this.
We were in Hvar, which is like an island in Croatia. And we were walking to this like one club that was like very, you know, it's supposed to be a cool club, but it was closed. And then I think we were just like drinking on the street or something. And then you were telling me about this video. And like, I have no awareness of, you know, the solar system or the earth or not earth, the universe or anything like that. So I had never like really thought about, you know, obviously I know that universe is like
big. Yeah.
But I didn't, when I watched that video, I was like, oh my God, I like freaked myself out.
Yeah. Cause it's just like, it's weird when you start thinking about like the space above us and like what's out there.
And
I don't know.
The concept of like infinity.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Like we don't even understand what that is.
No.
Because like everything that we know is finite. So like we think like, cause even this earth, there's like just, you know, a space. It's like a space. It's a finite space. And then, but then to think that outside of that is infinity, like what is infinity? How is that even possible?
Exactly. What are we? Like, how
what
are we?
we?
Yeah. Like, oh.
And then sometimes I'm like, you know, because we sometimes obviously we think that we're the center of the universe, like we all probably do.
Of course.
But then when you watch that, you're like, wow, like what is even the purpose of us being on this planet? It's like we're just like a little speck.
Yeah.
In like a speck of a speck. That's crazy.
It's nuts. It's like, honestly, I wish I could remember what the video was called and I would tell you guys.
It was like this is how unimportant you are or something.
Yeah,
like,
something like
that,
this.
in the universe. This is how like. What was it? We'll link it if we can find it. I think was it by BuzzFeed or something?
It might have been by BuzzFeed.
Yeah. But it was
It was so trippy. And it just like, it does make you think. It's like we're just like out there floating in this like massive like infinite space.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy. And we're and then we think we're so important. Like we think think about like the little problems that we have, you know, the things that we worry about. And then if you really think about it in the grand scheme of things, it's like we're just irrelevant almost. Not that we're irrelevant, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're so small.
This is so true. You know what? I'd like to pose a question, actually.
God damn.
I wonder what the flat earthers think about the universe.
I knew you would bring up the flat earther.
Honestly, I almost feel like I should join the club just to like.
Oh my God, just to hear the theories. So there's a lot of videos out there, Daniel.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try not to get indoctrinated.
Oh, God damn.
God
Can you imagine next time I'm on the podcast? I believe in flat earth. My name is Daniel Davies.
And I'm a flat earther.
And I'm going to the flat earth convention
God.
down in
Mississippi
or somewhere. And we ain't going to wear masks.
Oh my God.
Because we're also anti-maskers. I shouldn't joke.
Oh my God, seriously though. It's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably don't believe in the concept of
the space.
The universe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember they were talking
I think
about
there's different theories.
Yeah, there's different theories of it.
Okay, yes.
So maybe they do believe in the universe, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, they think that it's like I don't really know.
A board like this table.
Oh my God, I don't understand.
If you get too close to I love that meme where it was like about social distancing.
And
it was like something about saying like I hope the flat earthers, you know, how did it go? It was like,
did you post it on SaVeg Podcast Instagram?
So, probably. I can't remember the
You find
meme.
the funniest memes.
Oh my God, some of them are so good.
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
you just
dead.
love it, don't you? Where do you look for these memes?
Just all over. There's so many. There are some like sometimes you have to like you just like type in a topic, but you can just like look and people post so much random stuff. Some of them are so good.
They're
Honestly,
so good. You find the very good memes.
Yeah, they make my life that much. That's another thing you should do in quarantine, not quarantine, in like the winter months. If you're feeling a little sad or whatever, just honestly go on Instagram or wherever, and you can find so many funny memes that are just like
go on our Instagram page.
Yes,
because Daniel posts the best memes.
I do. So check it out.
Maybe one day, Daniel, do you ever think about this? Maybe one day we'll have enough technology to be able to communicate with other universes.
They're thinking about it.
God, they be thinking about it?
I think so. They're trying to make communications out in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Be scary as hell.
I know. Maybe
what'd
be scarier is if once the things start to come back.
Oh God.
And they say hello. Hello.
Oh my God! But then you wouldn't be able to understand them. They have their own language.
Exactly.
Or do they communicate in different ways? We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know what there might be humans that are flying.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know.
But this is the thing. We actually don't know. That's what's really fucking
because think about,
scary.
like, how much has happened on this one, one planet.
Yeah.
So, like, the possibilities are, are endless, basically.
And they do say like a lot of planets are void of life because they don't have the things that, but there's got to be other planets other than Earth that could sustain life. So,
right. Because I mean, we're in just this, our solar system.
Yeah.
But then in other solar systems,
exactly.
there could be plenty of planets.
Exactly. And like you think about it, a lot of solar systems, I think, revolve around like a sun or a sun type thing. So like if other solar systems have, and that's a source of energy, it's a source of life, it's a source of so many other stuff. So God damn, it'd be scary as all hell.
God damn. Do you know much about the history of life?
No.
I really don't know much.
No, me neither.
Although I did read *Sapiens*, the book. You should read it. It's very good.
I will look into that. I'll add it to my reading list.
Do you read, Daniel?
I read sometimes.
When's the last time you read a book?
Like probably a couple months ago.
Oh, really? What did you read? What's the last thing you read?
I can't remember.
God damn, Daniels. I'm very bad at reading, but I try.
Let's get better.
Maybe during this winter time we can read.
I know. I need to get. I like reading. I did enjoy it, and I do enjoy it. It's just like I feel like I just don't have the time sometimes.
Well, you have time to do other things like watch television.
I don't watch that much TV.
I beg to differ.
When I watch TV,
you watch quite a bit of TV.
God damn, you be lying.
You're always like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, have you seen that show on Netflix? Yep, already seen it. Watch it all. Like Emily in Paris. I was like, oh yeah, there's a show. It's called Emily in Paris. He's like, yep, I watched it all in one day.
That's one show,
and
one example.
Every time I watch something, it's usually based on your recommendation, like Paris Hilton documentary.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch it?
I did.
Yeah, and I covered most of the points, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you saying something?
I feel a traumatic experience from that.
God
No, I'm
damn.
kidding. But yeah, I think that concludes.
Oh my God, guys, this is how great we are at talking.
I know.
We literally had no agenda and we just talked.
Our random ramble of stuff today, guys.
Oh my God. Yeah. So universes and the COVID
and the education curriculum,
high school experiences.
We covered it all.
And me being a bitch to Daniels. But that be in every episode.
I was gonna say that's in every episode. It ain't special here. And it's on the channel.
We pick her like an old married couple.
Damn.
It's okay, Daniels.
Anyways. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys.
Yes.
As always, we appreciate it. And have a
Don't forget, Daniel. Okay. Come on, you got to do the plugs, okay?
I'll do the plugs.
Guys. So we just did a Patreon exclusive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you want to hear us talk about our roommate horror stories. Daniel has some juicy stories.
Some good ones. Yeah.
Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/thesavagepodcast. You can join us there for bonus episodes every single month. And we post the episodes a week earlier than everyone else. So you get it early.
And there's lots of episodes on there now.
There are lots of bonus episodes on there
because we've been doing Patreon since December. So that's like at least it's going to be almost 12 or 13 exclusive episodes there for yous to check out. We got some good ones, some juicy dating stories.
We have some juicy ones.
So I think you should head on over there and check it out. And if you're not already, follow us on Instagram at The SaVeg Podcast. We love hearing from you guys. We love all the messages you guys send us and stuff like that. And just tell your friends, tell your family about The SaVeg Podcast.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. Bye.
Bye.